Hey, 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 everybody. It is Leslie Pogue, your happy chick here in 2023. Oh my God. Yes, I just had a birthday. So happy birthday to me. Woohoo on January 1st. I am a beautiful 54 years old. So happy. And I say that and I share that freely because women, I know y'all don't want to share your age, but everyone doesn't get to make it. So be proud and say out loud, yell from the rooftops that you made it to whatever age you have made it to. There's no shame in it. There is a lot of pride in making it into the next year, onto the next age, and in doing things that you love. So let me jump right in. I'm gonna try. I always say I'm gonna keep it brief, but you know how I do. But I'm gonna try and keep it brief this year, or rather this episode. So getting into the new year, I've seen a lot of articles say the new you in the new year. It's like, what does that mean? What does that mean? The new you in the new year. Instead of focusing on the new you, because there's nothing wrong with the old you. Like it's you, it's just you. So just be you, be real in 2023. Be real in the new year, and don't focus so much on a new you. Everyone, I won't say everyone, that's not fair, but a lot of people focus on New Year's resolutions and I'm going to lose weight and I'm going to eat right, I'm going to drink more water. And all of that is great. And these are wonderful things to aim for, not just in the new year, just throughout life, because our bodies need those things. But mentally and emotionally, again, I rarely hear resolutions, which I'm totally against that. I think you should just plan on and just don't resolve to do it, because just by saying the resolution, I think we've put it in a basket where it becomes this unattainable thing, or we drop off and we stop doing it. So just changing the verbiage, like reframe how you say things, and just, this is what I want. And that's so important, because we do the things we want to do, right? So if you frame it that this is what I want to do, and that speaks to one of the things I'm going to talk about today. So in thinking about being real, the real you in 2023, do the things you love. Take this opportunity to do the things you love. Don't put them off. Don't worry about the cost. Now, again, cost is a factor, but think about those things you love to do. And if you don't remember, because that's fair, if you don't remember the things you love because life has done what life does, then take a moment to think about it. And if that doesn't tap into something, then as things come up, try them, right? Try things that you're like, that seems interesting. I don't know why people would do it, but that seems interesting. So try it and see if that's something that you like to do. Here's the beautiful thing, especially about being a grown-up. You never have to do it again if you don't like it. But you tried it. I went to the aquarium yesterday, actually, and I always wanted to touch the jellyfish and the stingrays. I always wanted to do that because every time I saw the commercials, I was like, I want to touch the jellyfish, but I'm scared, So I went and I got a chance to touch the top of the jellyfish, and it felt like jelly. It was weird. It was still scary. And I finally got around, like the stingrays kept going and going, and I finally got a chance to touch the top of the stingray, and it felt very velvety. Okay, well, I did it though. I'm done. I never need to do it again. Going to the aquarium is like going to a children's play yard, and like, it's a very loud day, suffice to say. But I got to do those things. I saw some amazing fish. I always wanted to go to the aquarium, and now I have. I never need to do it again. If I go, great. But if I don't, no harm, no foul. So think about those things that no matter how large or small that you've always wanted to do, and find a way this year to do them. Also, saying no to things that do not serve you. Saying no is hard, I know. But if you use the assertiveness script that I have on, I believe I have it on my site. If not, then reach out to me. I'm happy to give you the assertiveness script, which talks you through having the hard conversations. And then saying no, use an ACT, A-C-T, acknowledge what you can do, communicate, or rather acknowledge your current situation. communicate what you can do, and then take action on what you said you're going to do. So if you said you're going to reconnect with someone later, then do that. If you can help them in that moment, then do that. But acknowledge your situation, communicate what you can do, and take action. And again, please reach out to me. I'm happy to kind of talk you and coach you through that if you want more specifics on how to actually apply it to a very specific situation. We can kind of talk through that. Again, let me preface that, free consultation. So reach out to me and I'm happy to talk with you. Lastly, second to last is be honest and tactful about how you feel with everyone. Holding in your feelings is extremely unhealthy. Now, there's a way to say what you mean without being rude or accusatory or judgmental. There's a way to have those conversations. And like I said, the assertiveness script is really helpful with that. You can Google those. I've kind of have one that I like to use, and I kind of map you through how to use it. But being able to be honest about how you feel. And what I mean, it doesn't have to be this grand thing. It could just be, someone might say something to you or show you something or do something and ask your opinions, and something as simple as, well, that's not how I would approach it, but if that works for you, then that's fine. You're being very honest in that I wouldn't do that, but if that's the verbiage you want to use, if that's the road you want to go down, if that's where you want to plant your flag, then that's okay for you, but that's not okay for me. And by being honest about that, again, it trains people on what to expect from you, how to treat you. And it really paints that picture of that expectation that you set in your own life so that people come to understand that, that's not something that I would even ask Leslie to do. That's not even something I would ask, James or Jane to do, because I know that they're not into that. Or it's like, oh my gosh, this sounds exactly right up their alley. So let me invite them to do this thing. And so that really clues people into your interests, your values, your morals, your spiritual practice. All of that helps guide them. And so lastly, decide every single day who you will be that day and how the day will go. So I remember hearing someone say, oh, you guys know me, I always forget to plug in my machine when I get on here. So here we go. It's like I should be out there taking bets. Always think about, I remember hearing a conversation a while ago, and it was really about a marriage, but I remember someone sharing a story about a conversation she had with a male friend of hers. And his wife, I can't remember if she was ill. I think it was more that she was just kind of mean to him or just wasn't nice or whatever. And he was asked, how do you stay with her with that? And he said, it is a choice. I make a choice. I choose her every single day. Every day I wake up and I choose her. And that has stuck with me. It's been years since I heard that. That's why I can't remember what the situation was. But just the fact that he said, I choose her every day. And that's the case with everything we do. When we get up in the morning, we get to choose who we're going to be in the world that day and how that day is going to go. Now, yes, there are things outside of our control. There are people, there is just stuff lurking to just bring us down, that crabs in a barrel situation to just bring us down and have us complaining and about everything that's going wrong in the world. And yes, sure, we could do that. But if we start the day choosing that, hey, today, I'm not going to let anything or anyone upset my peace, then even when you find yourself in that moment of, you can pull it back and go, you know what? I'm not going to let the world take me there today. So take this year and take an opportunity to maybe reset, not so much a new you, but reset some of your values that have gone by the wayside, because the world has changed in the last couple of years and we all have needed a reset. I know I've needed a reset and I'm still in the process of resetting. I gotta be honest. So take a moment to reset a little bit and remind yourself of what is important to you, what you value, how you want to show up in the world, and what you want to do from today forward. Because I say this often, I even have it on my mirror that, the things I do today is for like the 5 year from now me, right? I just turned 54. So the things I'm doing today is really for the 59-year-old me, right? You're planting seeds today to build that future, to work toward what's coming. We know today, but the efforts we're doing today may serve you a little bit in the now, but mostly it's really just building on hopefully a foundation. And if you haven't set that foundation, then it's building that foundation to grow and build and move forward so that as you progress, as you age, as you mature, as your life changes, no matter what happens, a pandemic, a non-pandemic, a marriage, a divorce, a kids, a not kids, a grandkids, all of these things that is life, as that happens, you are prepared for it. So use this time to not so much be a new you in the new year, but be a more real you in the new year. All right, so as usual, I went over. I wanted to keep it around 8 minutes, but I hope you were able to hang in there with me on my rambling of the things that about being a real you in the new year. So as always, follow me on Facebook and on Instagram and on TikTok at LP Speak. And as always, until next time, go be